Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Today, we're gonna be talking about self-promotion. Um, this recently, I've always been against self-promotion, right? But recently, um, something got brought up in a Discord server I'm in. Um, and I wanted to kind of address it further, like talk about it more, um, why I'm against it, and you know, uh, the fact that people are trying to justify it and make it seem like it's a good thing when self promotion is not a good thing. So let's get into why I don't like self promotion and why I'm against it in every way. Every single shape or form, I'm just against it. But let's start with that, and then we'll talk about the reason I'm making this video in the first place, and go from there. My whole reason for hating self promotion is because I learned from it. So it was early, I would say 2016. There's two instances where I remember self promotion affected me deeply because it was two very specific instances on Twitch that I remember. I think the first one had to have been it wasn't eye opening, but it made me think, it was around the time when I was starting to do graphics for my channel, and I was doing these panels, because panels on Twitch, it's basically these things at the bottom of your stream where people can look at, and they can look at your info, and you can click on the panels, etc. But I was linking them to a streamer, and I won't mention the streamer's name. I'm not going to mention anyone's names, but I was linking them to a streamer for them to check out through Imgur, which Imgur's like a photo sharing website. You can put a bunch of images on one little page, and everyone can look at them. So I was linking him the Imgur, and I was showing him these, and he was looking at them on stream. He pulled them up. I don't even remember if I was asking him to pull them up on stream. I might have been, and that might have seemed a little self-promoty in that sense. And yeah, he pulled him up on stream. He was looking at him, and then I do remember he banned me obviously from the channel because he was calling me out for self-promoting. But he also it shook me to my core when I remember this because what did he do? He called me self-centered. That hit because I immediately I had an epiphany, almost. Not a complete epiphany I was I didn't know self-promotion was bad. I had an epiphany because I went to, because I was still in high school at the time. I went to school the next day, and I had asked a teacher. It was he was a computer teacher. There was a repair class for computers and stuff like that. And he I asked him, I'm like, do you think I'm self-centered? And I think he asked me, he was like, well, do you think you're self-centered? And I didn't know how to answer. I think I said no. I didn't believe at the time I was self-centered, but I didn't know that what I did was self-centered in the act, of showing off those graphics I had done. And I was almost looking for attention in a way. And I remember that day, that epiphany I had, where I got called self-centered, and I was like, but I'm not. And I even asked someone, and they asked me, do you think you're self-centered? So it was a deep question I had asked myself, and this is probably part of why I am who I am now, because I think I've learned from it and become better for it. Now, there was another instance where, and this was the full epiphany, where I was just self-promotion is bad. So it wasn't directly self-promotion, but what I did was was another streamer's stream. I was going to leave the stream, and I typed in their chat saying, I'm going to go stream now. I will see you later. I said something like that along those lines. And they literally said how rude that was for me to say that in their chat. Because what that does, that basically takes away from their viewers if those viewers go to your stream. So when I said that and they said that, when I said like I was leaving to go stream and they said that response, that's when I had the epiphany that I knew self-promotion was extremely wrong. And I remember I even apologized. I remember apologizing because I didn't know it was wrong. And dude, it changed my perspective on everything I do, just on streaming in general. And now I've become like those moments shaped me into who I am today. Like, insanely shaped me, because now I'm incredibly humble. Like, I don't promote myself. I don't care about self-promotion. If there's people having a conversation about streamers, I do not mention that I stream. It's like, it's not something I do. I'm just super humble, and like, I don't know. I like people finding me on their own, basically. And you know, it's weird, right? That I'm now shaped into this person, and then, you know, now that I'm humble and all that, I see people like being okay with self-promotion. I'm like, no, you can't be okay with that. It's not right. It's just not. So the whole reason I'm making this video is because of something someone said about self-promotion. So we'll get into that. So we're going to talk about two instances of self-promotion, or two, I guess, different scenarios of self-promotion. So there's the content creator side of self-promotion. There's streamers, YouTubers, TikTok, etc. We'll just say streamers and YouTubers for the most part. Like, obviously you've seen, like, you know, people put their TTV, they put TTV in their name, or they put YT. That's cringe. I'm sorry if you do that. You're cringe. No one likes you. That's just how it is. All right, you're weird. You're strange. That's like, every time I see that, I'm just like, that's really cringe. And it's funny, like, in like I think in like Destiny 2 PvP, if there was a TTV player, I'd go after them every time, because, like, dude, you're gonna put that in your name, you're targeting yourself, you know. But no, so like, that's the lowest form of it. But like, there's people that, like, there's Discord servers that are okay with you promoting your Twitch or YouTube. I think that's a little silly. I don't know why people are okay with that. I don't like, self-promotion in that sense is just weird and wrong. Like, promoting your link, obviously, like, if anyone comes in my chat and promotes their YouTube or Twitch channel, they get banned instantly. Like, that's just how it is. Like, you know better. It's wrong. It's just, it's extremely wrong. And there's some people that try to justify it, and they try to make it like make it an okay thing when it's not, you know? It's such a weird thing, man, and I don't understand why people think it's okay. Doesn't make sense to me. Now, the other instance the other scenario I want to talk about is when it comes to artists and graphic designers, because this is where, like, this whole video idea started. Is there was an artist in a Discord server, like, that was talking about, where can we self-promote our work and all that, and I'm just like, or where can we promote our work, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, you said what? Like, I literally asked him, like, I think I said, like, self-promotion is wrong or something like that. I said that. I think I said something along those lines. And then they replied to me. They said, artists gotta eat too. And I was just like, oh, okay. So to me, that was like, that response to me was like, it was like almost what's the word for it? Like the response seemed very, I don't know the word for it. What's the word for it? It's like a am I not gonna think of it on the spot? Oh, like passive aggressive. The response was very passive aggressive. Like artists gotta eat too. To me that screams like, oh, you're not making enough money to eat food? Get a second job, right? Like, dude, I have a part-time job. Like, it literally, I stream on Twitch. I'm a content creator, and I have a part-time job. Get another job. If your art isn't paying the bills and you can't eat food, get a part-time job. Like, it's not that hard. And, like, I do understand, like, you know, artists went to school. You know, some artists went to school to, you know, get their art degree or whatever, and they're proficient in art, and they want to do this as a career. But sadly, in the world we live in, where, like, you know, you've got AI art, you've got all these different types of things, and not a lot of people are going to commission you anymore. You're going to have to get a part-time job. That's just the unfortunate reality. So, you know, the fact that people are desperate to plug their stuff everywhere, it's just insane to me. That's crazy. It's very wild. Now, I will say that, like, I have come across graphic designers that constantly promote themselves in my Twitch chat. Like, it is crazy how many graphic designers are like, hey, you look like you need graphic design. And I was almost I was to the point where I had to make my own panel that said graphics by myself. Like, I did them. I don't need anyone to do my graphics. And then there's like people who are like, oh, I want to upgrade your stream. Your stream looks like garbage. And I mean, you know, I do all my own work. So, you know, garbage is, it's to whatever someone, like, I look at my stuff and I'm like, this looks good. You know, it's to everyone's interpretation. Like, garbage is what you think it is. If you think it's garbage, then your work's probably good. All right, but if I go to look at it, your work's probably garbage. You know, that's what it comes down to. But, like, yeah, so graphic designers will come into my stream, and, like, I will literally, it's come to the point where I like joking with them. Like, you listen, you've got to be able to make me a Minecraft world that's literally the best. You've got to build me a car. Like, sometimes I like joking with them, but at the end of the day, like, you shouldn't have to plug or self-promote to get to, you know, to work with someone on a commission. Like, I don't think that's right. I think it's extremely wrong. The person who wants to work with you should be able to reach out to you. They will reach out. They will look you up. Literally, how the artists I work with now, I looked them all up through Twitter when I used Twitter. I don't use Twitter anymore, so I had to add them all through Discord. And now I have all of those artists through Discord, which is super neat. Like, I work with an emote artist now. I work with just a general artist that does, like, my backgrounds and stuff like that. I've got animators I work with now, which is crazy too. It's like, to me, you shouldn't have to plug or reach out or whatever to get money or to get paid or have a commission. Because it's so wrong. It just looks bad for you. Like, you're literally just, like, you're coming into someone's stream or you're promoting yourself in a Discord, and it just looks bad on your part. Like, I don't get why people are trying to justify it as a good thing. I don't understand that. Like, it's not a good thing. Don't try to justify it as that. It's not. It's bad. Like, I think in order for someone to understand how bad it is, you have to go through what I went through when streamers called me out for being self-centered and for saying that's extremely rude to do. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am. If I'm wrong, that's crazy. It's really insane, but no. You know, if you're a graphic designer or an artist, I just recommend, like, you stay on your socials. You tweet out what you do. You like, just post your socials. Don't worry about going into someone's stream and bothering them when they are streaming and doing their thing. And you're like, hey, you look like you need graphics. Oh, do I? Crazy. Didn't know I needed graphics done. That's wild. It's very crazy. But yeah, I thought I'd discuss this because I think, like, you know, content creation has become such a norm, and so is like art and all that sort of stuff. Become such a norm, and people are thinking, oh, since that's the norm, self-promotion must be a norm. And because advertising's okay, why isn't self-promotion okay? It's like come on. You can't just justify it like that. Just because content creation is becoming the norm doesn't mean self-promotion is becoming normal. And that doesn't mean it's becoming good. It's still bad. It's still as bad as it was back in 2016 when all this happened, when I learned that self-promotion was bad. So yeah, stop trying to justify it as being good. It's not. Okay, that's all I ask. Just please, I beg on my soul, take what you do seriously and don't plug your stuff. It's weird. You're very weird if you do this. But anywho, that's going to be the video for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you did, as always, I appreciate it a ton. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!